think I just felt like I was just this floating thing that is eventually meant to be squashed into nothing, and no one will know I ever existed. And I just really, I didn't have a low self-esteem, but I had a low level of self-worth, and I was just like, dead or alive, it's really the same thing. Hi guys, so welcome back to my channel. What I did a few days, weeks-ish ago, is to celebrate me uploading my 10th YouTube video. I asked people on my WhatsApp and on my Instagram to ask me questions, anything personal, and I'm gonna take 10 of those questions and answer them in my 10th video, which is this one. This is the 10th. Okay, the first question was, what was your aha moment? So, I had to ask this lady to like sort of elaborate if there's anything specific she wanted me to touch on, and it was literally just anything regarding how I decided on the direction that I took in my life. So, growing up, I think I was a bit of like a very rigid, by the book type of person. I was quite scared of disappointing my parents. I was sort of just, if they think it's right, that's it. Okay. After high school, I went to college, and luckily they agreed to me staying close to where I was studying. I don't know where they got the thought to agree to that, because my parents were not the type of people, but they were not like really difficult people to work with generally. So okay, maybe never mind. I understand why they agreed to that. So I go and I stay there. I was staying there for a year because I was only studying for a year. And I tell you, this is the first time that I got to clean and wash dishes and make up my bed and this and that, and not do it with a lot of anxiety, worried about whether if I did it perfect enough and I did it right enough, and is no one going to shout at me for not doing it on time and doing it in this type of way and not eating on time and not cooking on time and not, everything. And I was just like, oh, I can clean without anyone shouting at me that I'm supposed to be cleaning. Oh, that's nice. I can make food without anyone worrying about how I'm making it and how it's supposed to be on time and how it's not supposed to be. Oh, I think the biggest thing for me was my relationship with God. And I was like, so God does protect me out of my parents' house. So when I pray, God listens to me as well. I think that was like one mind-blowing thing for me, because I always felt like I pray, but like God doesn't really see or hear or understand what I'm really talking about unless my mom comes and prays over the same thing as well. My dad does it or whatever, So I was like, oh my goodness. I asked God for protection, and I got into this awkward situation, not on purpose. I wasn't going around testing him or anything like that, but I got into an awkward situation. I was like, God, remember me. And you literally pulled me out of it. And I was like, that is so cool. Another realization that I got that year was that the way that I study is different, and the way that I comprehend information is different. So school, you have a teacher and you have your work and you have to do it to a certain standard, and it's quite competitive and everyone's around you, and you just, if you did bad, everyone knows you're that bad person. If you did great, everyone knows you're that amazing person, and whatever. The school that I was in, amazing. In the class that I was in, so we had to decide 9 a.m., 11 a.m. or 2 p.m., right? You choose which one you want to go to for the day. You get in, you log in your details into the computer, and I'm sitting there studying marketing and doing my lesson for marketing for the day, and the person that I'm sitting next to is doing IT, and the person sitting this side is doing HR. So everybody's just doing very different things, which means that when I do my exam and I get my results or whatever, still I'm sitting next to a person that is now doing business like management, and this one is doing, I don't know, something else, and this time we're writing our test or our exams or whatever, and you get your results and there was no competition. And only to find at the end of the year, when they had to put the whole class together for a certain subject, that in every test and every exam that we did, I was about 20-25% above everyone every single time. So now I think I learned, okay, so I'm not good in an environment where I'm gonna be told this is what you were supposed to be doing. And after writing an exam in high school and now everybody standing in a group and being like, you were supposed to put one, and it was just like, no, you're supposed to put X, no, you're supposed to put, A and B and this, and everyone has similar answers, and you're like, I put one thing none of y'all mentioned. So that brings a lot of anxiety, and I realized, when I'm working on my own and I have no idea what anybody around me is doing, my head tells me everyone is doing better than me, and that's the only way that I put in so much energy and so much effort into whatever it is that I'm doing. Funny, but that's just how my brain just like processes its things, so I want to say that I never had one aha moment. That whole year, this was 2014, that whole year was an aha year moment for me. That was the time that I felt like I'm allowed to have my own relationship with God, and He understands me as a person. He understands me as His child. He understands me as a person He created. He gets me for the core of the person that I really am, if that sentence makes sense. But He gets me, okay? And I think I also realized, okay, so I was also I started understanding depression and anxiety, and I realized, okay, what was going through my head and what I was going through in high school was difficult because I was depressed most of the time. And then I also learned that I'm not stupid. I have a different way of working with things and different way of comprehending things, and I met other people that were like that as well, and I was like, okay, so I'm not awkward, I'm not weird, nothing is wrong with me. Because my dad is an academic. My dad was the type of guy, he was doing his masters, and he was the type of guy that would get 70 something percent, and he would be pissed off for a very long time. He was just 70 is a fail, anything that is not a distinction is a fail. No, he was that person, and I was the exact opposite of it, to the point where I remember when I was doing grade 12 matric, and I told my parents. So I think this girl from school found out that we had a 100% matric pass rate, and she just tagged everyone on Facebook and was like, oh guys, congratulations. And I was tagged as well. I was like, oh I made it. And I tell my parents, and I'm like, oh, okay, so apparently I also made it, guys. It was apparently 100% pass rate. And my dad was like, nah, no way, you couldn't have made it. No, my mom was trying to be optimistic and not be like that breaking. But you could see that they were just like, look, we understand if you failed. You were sort of supposed to fail. We have arrangements for in case you fail, and it's okay. And I was like, guys, I didn't fail. And they were like, nah, you can't not fail. So it was like that. So when I got there and I realized, oh, environments matter, mental health matters, my relationship with God matters, I can actually do this, you know. I think that was also the first time I felt like I'm allowed to be alive. I felt like I'm allowed to be on the planet. I felt like I wasn't born for no reason, because before that, I think I just felt like I was just this floating thing that is eventually meant to be squashed into nothing, and no one will know I ever existed. And you know, I just really, I didn't have a low self-esteem, but I had a low level of self-worth, and I was just like, dead or alive, it's really the same thing. Like, I was just walking and going through every day just being like, I'm waiting to be dead. And I'd wake up in the morning and be like, shit, I'm not dead. Okay, let's go through today, you know. That year I was like, I'm allowed to decide what I want to do. I'm allowed to like what I like. I'm allowed to prefer what I prefer. This is nice. So that was my aha. Yeah, I hope I answered that question right. I really, if I had to explain that year, I could go on for a whole hour of this video, but in short, aha moment. Question number 2 was, what's your priority in life and in what order? Family, love, happiness, sense of belonging. Okay, so priority for me, my priority right now is my mental health, and not being selfish, because I know that Aries priority is just like, it's money first, it's my man first, it's, hey, for me it's my mental health. My mental health, like, it's God, it's my mental health right there, that first. I feel like without getting my mental health together, I can't do anything else. I feel like I don't have anything to offer to my family, to my friends, to my business, to whatever, if I don't get myself in check. So my mental health, and then after that is family. Definitely right under that is family. They the first people that I care to take care of, you know. I'm very close with my mom and my sister. We're like 3 sisters. We don't properly have a line between, this is the mother, this is the big sister, this is the small sister. We don't really have that. We have like 3 sisters. And I'm 17 years older than my sister, so I could really act like I'm another mother, or you know. But we like 3 sisters. We bicker like 3 sisters. We annoy each other like 3 sisters. But we make up like sisters, and we love each other wholeheartedly like sisters. Like, we're there for each other. We bounce on each other. We're there. So family after God, mental health, family, and love, happiness, sense of belonging. If you're gonna speak about romantic love, like, honestly, it's not that deep. Like, I like it. I like being in relationships. I think I need to start taking a break. I need to stop doing this relationship thing. But I like it. I like being in love, and I like having a partner, and I like taking care of my partner, and I like my partner taking care of me. I like that, you know. But it's not like the biggest thing for me. It's after my family, it's my business. When it comes to like romantic relationships, honestly, they don't take over my business time. They don't take over my family time. They don't take over my relationship with God. So yeah, that's how that works. Third question, why are you so pretty? I got it from my mom. I look like my dad more than I look my mom. More than I look like my mom. But my dad always said there's no such thing as a good-looking man. I don't know why he ever said that, but he really was just like, there's no such thing as a good-looking man. All men are ugly. The pretty people are women. And not I don't know if he was saying that because he was against the fact, like, I was at the age where I was starting to look at soccer players and be like, I don't know. But clearly, if he's gonna say that, then he's saying it about himself, which means that I can't say I got my good looks from him, but I look like him. But I got it from my mama. I got it from my mama. Fourth question, how's life going generally? So I want to say after the moments that I had in 2014, 2020 and 2021 have been my most life-changing, groundbreaking, situation editing, growth dragging time, and I've been loving it. It's been a lot of learning and unlearning, and I've really been grateful for it. Like, I can't say I've been enjoying every moment, but I've really been grateful for everything that I had to go through, because it really has done a lot for me. So how's life going generally? A nice roller coaster, a pretty roller coaster, a roller coaster that I am not upset about. Gracefully broken. Gracefully broken. Broken isn't like small letters. Gracefully is like in rainbows, and like it looks pretty, but that's how it is. How do you balance being a business owner, a sister, and a daughter? So the thing is, I'm not all of these things in the same place. Usually I'm a sister and a daughter in the same place, and I try to find times where I'm only a sister and take the one that makes me a daughter out of a picture so that I can focus on being the sister. And then I have times where sister is not around and I'm literally just being a daughter. And then my business is away from both of them, so that doesn't interfere. I have my own personal relationship with my business and my clients. So how do I balance it? The only thing that really works is the fact that not everything is on top of everything. I'm not in business with my mom and my sister at the same time. So I'm not being a daughter, a business owner, and a sister at the exact same time. Everything has its own space. The only thing that I make different is my time to be a sister, my time to be a daughter. I sometimes have it together and sometimes I separate the two. So it does work out pretty well. But like I also said, my mom and I and my sister have a very sisterly relationship, more than the defining I am this adult and you are this child type of relationship. We sort of have a whole we're together, we're doing this together type of meshed up thing. So it does sort of make it easier-ish. Have you ever thought of or seen yourself doing or working a 9 to 5 job? No. Have I ever? Only the one job I had was working at a salon. I did that for 2 months. I was working from like 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. So not 9 to 5 either. The other job that I did later on was I sort of felt like my business needed a bit more. I studied marketing, but I never really did it practically in like another business besides my own business. So I wanted to just practice that and see how that's going to work out for me. And so I got into an internship for marketing and sales, and I did that for 6 months. I think for the first like 2 months, I was in at work at like 7 o'clock in the morning, and I was out of work around 6 p.m. And then for like the last 3-4 months, the last 3 months, I think, I was in at work at like 5:30 in the morning, and I would be driving back home around either 9, 10, or 11 p.m. And then I had a situation where I started sleeping while driving because I'd be like so exhausted because we were working Monday to Monday. And I ended up being like, okay, let me sleep at the office's or the company's house. So I stayed at the company's house, I think, for like the last month or something like that. So it was never a 9 to 5 either. You in at like 5:30 in the morning, and you're out at like almost midnight. So that was for 6 months. After that, I never tried jobbing again. How do you cope with different personalities when it comes to your customers? So the thing is, I work with appointments only, which means that my clients don't like overlap on each other. So I'm not like overwhelmed with like a whole, lot of clients. I have one person at a time, and I gauge what type of person they are, and I can tell, okay, she's really quiet and she really wants to just do what you have to do, and then let's get out of here. And you let that happen. There's nothing wrong. It's not bad vibes. It's just what she prefers. And then there's other people that want to vent out a lot, and you just sit and you listen. And then there's people that are conversationalists and they want to talk, but they also want you to engage. So there's that, and I allow that to happen as well, and I'm a part of that. And then I don't know, I really enjoy my working environment as well. So there's nothing tricky about it for me. As a nail technician, what's your daily routine? My clients create my daily routine for me, I think. It really is that. My clients create my daily routine for me, but on top of that, I also just like, because it's my thing, I can like sort of confirm with them as to, okay, this time is going to work, this time is not going to work, this time, if I want to make time to eat, I slot it in the middle of what clients wanted. If I want to run errands or whatever, I slot it in the middle of what clients wanted. So it's both of us deciding at the same time what that specific day is going to be looking like. I don't have an exact routine. I don't eat at the same time. I don't do everything at the same time. Today I took a shower at 6 a.m. Tomorrow I take a shower at 8 a.m. Today I have lunch at 12 midday. Tomorrow I have lunch at 3 p.m. So it's just always different on every single day. Yeah, that's my daily routine, I guess. Before I sleep, I wash off my makeup if I had makeup on. That's like the most consistent thing. Otherwise, I do eat somewhere along the line, and I do get to work having taken a shower. So yeah. What are your love languages? So with this, I actually wrote them down. First one is acts of service, quality time, words of affirmation, physical touch, and receiving gifts. Acts of service for me, this is a big thing. I feel like if I have a partner and I tell them what I need to get done for the day and what's going on in my life and all of that, and they don't do anything about it, like, I'm just not going to tell you anymore, and eventually I'm going to forget you exist and just remember to just do everything on my own. Like, if, for instance, I have these vision board workshops at the end of the year, and I do a whole lot of up and down trying to get like stuff for the goodie bag and whatever. I need you to be like, I found this place, I'm gonna go get that for you and bring it to you, and then you go do that part, and then I'm gonna do this and you're gonna do that, and I'll meet you halfway. If I say I'm looking for a new place to be doing this and that, I need you to come to me with like some research or something. Like, be of value, guys. If you can't do that, I honestly, I will forget about you somewhere along the line. Receiving gifts is not something that I am saying I don't want to get. It's something that I'm saying it needs to be done thoughtfully. If the person buying me gifts is not thoughtful about how they're getting that gift, I will be able to tell that you just bought this on your way coming here because you know you needed to apologize. Like, and they like, I don't like those type of gifts. I like thoughtful gifts, because when I gift thoughtfully. Last question, how do you describe your relationship with God? Open. Open, 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 full circle, whole. We love each other so much. We understand each other so much. Like, we're happy. I'm happy. I'm taken care of. I'm loved. And yeah, that's it for all the 10 questions, guys. Thank you so much for asking, and I hope you got your questions answered. See you on my next video.